baby.
I would like to introduce
Dylan King as Keno.
Yeah.
Brad O'Neill as Joey. Okay, let's go.
Yes. We're back, baby.
Oh,
How are you, Keno?
I am. What did I say last time? Lethargic. This time I am absolutely booming. This episode, I'm nervous. I'm genuinely nervous. This episode is going to be a Mount Everest of episodes.
We're climbing.
Climbing. We've got so many headlines. This one, number one, Bradley, Facebook jail. We're going to touch on that. Number two,
I'm out. I'm free.
We had a close call. We had a COVID test, and we'll reveal the results of that for Bradley.
Yes.
We've got a boils my piss, which is a big one. We're going to have everyone jump on this one. I'm almost positive of it.
Great.
We've got Spotify feedback. We need to relay some information to help them improve. And last but not least, we're going to sneak in a great debate.
Oh, I love the great debate. You've given me some heat so far in the opening few episodes, so I'm hoping it continues because I think you've got 3 out of 3. So fourth episode being tonight.
Yep.
Let's
Cool.
get stuck into it.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's start off with the biggest headline of the show: Facebook jail. So, give us a recap on what happened last week. You sent some naughty photos or something to your sister's friends. I can't remember exactly.
Oh, not quite. Not quite. I got rid of
Got it.
MySpace ages ago. I can't remember if last week I touched on me going into Facebook jail. Did I touch on me going in?
Yeah. So you told us
I did.
that. Yeah. What was it? You think. You're not actually 100% sure what got you, but you inside a group chat, you think you were rinsing one of the boys and you took it a bit too close to heart.
Shout out to Jake Smith because I still think it's you dirty, dirty man.
Smitto,
He's
come on,
cheeky
mate.
as.
He's
Yeah,
got
so,
you in trouble.
just to recap, I did actually enter Facebook jail for 3 or 4 days.
It was hard.
It was a cleanse, solitary confinement. It was a journey, but I'm now well fed.
Yeah, you'll never eat bloody
I
mashed
still don't know to
potatoes.
this day what I did wrong, but it kept saying when I went to type something, something you've said in Messenger is against our guidelines.
Yeah,
It wasn't a post.
right. Yeah, no, who knows?
So I'm out. And you were very funny doing the gags.
That's
One
right.
in particular was, I have to change the wording a little bit to make it podcast friendly. But as soon as you found out, you went straight to the messenger and said reply or else you owe me $1,000. That was quite very, very corny old school. Almost ended up being funny because I couldn't reply. So
It was
I went
as good
straight
as,
to Insta or Snap and called you a prick.
It's one of those ones on the 1st of Jan, like, you know, I haven't showered since last year, or
It was,
I
it
haven't.
was in there with that.
Yeah, it was up there.
It was in the same boat. So,
Yep.
yes, there's a few funny buggers. I was reluctant to tell the boys because I knew that there was an inside job somewhere along the line. I didn't want to give them the credit. Yeah, I didn't want to give them the credit that their reporting worked on me.
so Bradley
But
just
I'm
got
out.
MIA. What is it?
I'm
MIA.
out. I'm back on the streets. I think I get my electric anklet off next week, so I'm looking forward to that. Get the bus up.
And you'll,
Only 3 shocks today while I've run out to the letterbox, but
and you'll never eat mashed potatoes and peas ever again. That's all he got
mate.
served up on a tray.
unbelievable. So, yeah, here we are, surviving another week.
Well, it's amazing to have you back. Yeah, it was really
Thanks,
good
mate.
fun. It was actually, you don't actually realise how much of a communicational boundary there is once you can't actually talk
reckon.
on Messenger. Because what we were talking on, we were calling and Instagram message, which is a bit of a new thing to constant message
for
on. But
us.
it was crazy, something different. But you're free
Yeah, it
now.
was-
You're good.
Luckily, across all the devices, well, not the devices, the platforms, I can still use my audio messages because I don't type in the best of times, as you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And Facey, so I can still do that with your snaps and your Instagrams.
Yep.
But yeah, there was a few messages where I go, "Hey, just reminder, I'm still in Facebook jail," or a couple of boys like, "Or just ignore me, you dickhead."
Ah, yeah.
I'm like,
In
then I'd have
time,
to go to
boys.
the text message throwback and go, Hey, mate, I'm still in Facebook jail, so if you can just be a bit lenient. But yes, I agree with what you said. But now, I have no excuse.
No, now you. Oh, yeah, sorry, boys. Facebook jail again.
Again.
Well, bye, Shinji, shall we? You sound a lot better than when I spoke to you last. I think, was it directly after the podcast? So we've recorded last episode. We had 45, 50-minute episode. Everything was all hunky-dory. The moment we got off air, explain to everyone what happened.
I remember sitting down as we started. I said, I'm getting sick. I'm under an injury cloud tonight. Like, right, you'll be right. And then I was quite fine during the potty. And then as soon as the potty finished and I just sort of sat in a chair, I'm like, fuck, I'm starting to get a bit of a fever. And then within 10 minutes, I couldn't breathe out of my nose. And it was all downhill from there. So
it was scenes.
Yeah, I got in touch with Tobin Brothers, planned everything. I wanted the Richmond theme song on the way out. I planned it all. I hit everyone up. Made sure my life insurance was intact. Made it all fucking sweet. And then didn't go to work Thursday or Friday, and then we locked down on Friday anyway.
Yes.
So now I'm just working from home, but I couldn't actually work Thursday, Friday. I was an absolute basket case, and Saturday I wasn't too good either. And
no.
The back end of Sunday night, I just felt the screws starting to turn a little bit. Just started to turn.
I'm not gonna lie, you had a real good comeback. You came like normally, you break, you tear your ACL, you've got to go under surgery, you got to do 4 months worth of rehab, you got to do laps after laps after laps. But Shoei's pretty much had the surgery, had a couple of days off to let the stitches heal up, and then you're playing full games again, mate.
It was amazing how bad I got that quick after that
party.
Oh,
fuck it. Well, that's what I thought. I said to you at one point, Shoei was like, yeah, mate, maybe you are gonna get a bit. This is bad.
Oh, and then when I started getting good 3 days later, I was fine within like a day. So obviously work you're in here, so off you go for the COVID test.
Yes. Oh no. Walk us through the chainsaw up the nose. What was it up the nose? What was it?
2 hours. Yeah, it's a double bubble. So actually, it was a triple.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Swogs?
Well, I'm about to tell you.
I'm sitting on the edge of my chair. I want to know.
Yeah. So they go the things fucking for those who are watching on YouTube. Catch us linktree.com/the pub feed. I haven't said that yet. Whoops, I forgot that. At the start. Watch us on YouTube or follow.
Yes.
Don't get sidetracked. Apple Podcast, Spotify, be there. Carry on.
Thank you.
So for those who are watching, the fucking swab, the cotton bud, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, cotton tip things.
Yes.
It's about that long.
Oh my!
We're talking.
Are you serious?
About 20 odd centimeters, I reckon.
No. Why does it need to be that
massive,
long?
Bro.
What's the point?
Because
social distancing.
They put it in your brain. They spear your brain. I'm not even joking.
No.
You lean back and they go, and you feel it like go behind your eyeball, and then they twist it around, and then they go, all right, other one. They do both, not one. Have they not done any form of human body science? Isn't it the same fucking cavity when you go up there anyway? Don't they once you pass your septum, it's a big hole? Anyway, probably not. I probably sound like a retard. So, yep, they go up one, up the other one, and then they have a couple of other cotton tips, and then they swab inside of your cheeks, but then they go to the back of your throat, and they drag across it back and forth for 10 seconds consecutively.
10 seconds?
Yeah, and I almost gagged the first one, and then I just held on, I had tears coming down. It was horrible.
What about some of the testers? They get like this, pretty fit bird coming up. They go, "Oh, this might be a bit difficult, sweetheart," and down the throat, and she goes,
"Yeah,
this is a bad bitch."
Yeah. Shawty, a little baddie, she
a little boo thing.
Shawty got the fatty. That was an experience, but
wow,
crashed quicker than anyone, but also recovered quicker than anyone. So it's good to be back, baby.
So in the scheme of things, that is a negative result. Shoei did not have the kung flu.
No.
You were clean and dandy. It was just a mild case of the man flu? Cold? What is it?
Yeah.
What would you put it down to? Sneezels? Snifflies? The bug.
Brovid 19. Because I got it from one of my brothers.
Ah.
One of my brothers. Oh, I don't have a brother, but I got it from Geordie
Name-
Collins.
name
Had a
it.
cold the week before. We went out to
Geordie, come on, mate.
Went out to a shindig on
Yep.
Chapsy there out in Chapel Street, and I was cool.
Oh, that's the bloke you
So I did-
spin the bottle with.
Don't you worry, I thanked him about 15 times in the space of 3 days when I was sounding shit out there. Hey, mate, just let you know, still sick with that cold you gave me. Have a good day.
Hey, mate, what's your address again? I'm just going to send this doctor's invoice to you. the
Yeah.
COVID test invoice to you.
It was bulk billed, but I'm going to send you all my dirty tissues from the nose and anything below the waist for the last 3 days while I've been sick because I fucking owe you one.
I want them steam cleaned and I want them back.
Yeah, can you please dry clean these tissues? I need to reuse them because there's fucking nothing in the stores.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's another.
Your
That's
COVID
another.
rush champ.
So yeah, I mean, we don't have to touch on that too heavily because by the time this
No.
is probably aired, it's probably going to be old news. But down in Victoria, we're in lockdown again.
Yes,
which is no good.
again.
It's it could be a boils my piss, to be honest with this show, because it's one of those ones where your hairs on your arms and all that just point up to the sun as soon as we start talking about that kind of stuff.
You betcha. What's a man got to do to just go to the pub with the boys, honestly?
Exactly. So I figured, Joey, what better way? So we're in lockdown, obviously. We're in a pretty sticky situation. We're in between a rock and a hard place. That's pretty
It's a
good.
bit of a trip down memory lane, the old COVID.
Yes. Well, let's spice things up by not dwelling on the present, which is lockdown, COVID, flu. And let's take a walk down memory lane. Cue the intro.
down memory lane.
Memory lane. So this was inspired.
Okay. Okay.
I hope you liked that one. That was
Okay.
You haven't heard that one before?
No, I have not heard that one before. Since HD, right?
You inspired me with this one, Bradley, because you came in with some
Ooh.
absolute fire the other potty with your top
yep.
fives, and you include some classic. I don't know if they're purely Aussie, but some classic TV ads. Are they all Aussie?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
We had the most memorable that were to me personally. The
Yes.
top 5 most iconic, and I also throw in the Colts. That weren't Colts.
That's right.
As
You're
well,
a
so
Colt.
they were the two. I really sprung them on you, so I'm interested what you're... do I have to do anything in this segment, or do I just enjoy the ride?
Sit back, enjoy, and I just want some
Okay,
feedback.
have
I
another
want
sip
to.
of my frothy.
Yeah, I want to know if this gets your strings at all, because the point of this segment is to actually get your clockwork rewinding and going, oh yeah,
Okay.
here we go. So first one out the gate, a nice simple low ball, something that, a soft ball I should say, something you can hit pretty easily. Do you remember CDs and collecting CDs?
I remember CD. I remember those double-decker CD case things. You
Oh,
put
that's
DVDs
going
or
back.
CDs in them.
Yeah, that
we
is
had
going
those. They
further
were
back.
tough. Even
Wow.
DJing with CDs.
If you DJ with
Start.
CDs, you're a real OG CD DJ. A
Yeah.
CD, what are they called? What are the actual...
CDJ.
Yeah, that's 1,000.
And then
1,000 or something.
any old people listening to the DJs will be going, yeah, but if you do vinyl, mate, you didn't fucking do anything. You didn't mix live vinyl. Next one, love that for us.
Yeah, so CDs
start.
completely irrelevant
Memory
now
lane.
anyway.
I'm
I
picking
don't-
up what you're putting down.
Yes. Okay. I don't know. This is going really far back. I had this conversation with the missus not long ago. But did you ever had to sit on a leather booster seat in the back seat of your mum and dad's car?
Well, I've been driving since I was about 3, so it hasn't occurred. Mum was.
Well, yeah. We all don't get Porsches at the age of 6, mate.
I honestly can't remember.
So, do you know what I'm talking about? Those they're like. So, what they've got now is obviously proper harness seats with belt buckles and all the rest of it. But for the young bucks back in the day, we just had like a quarter seat with little arm straps, and it just got bolted or seat belted to the seat. And you just put your ass on that. You couldn't even still see out the window. It did absolutely nothing. But it was like a little leather seat. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I did not have this.
Really?
I don't think I had this. Well, I was obviously in a booster seat at some stage.
Yeah.
I recall having the big fuck off strap one.
I was gonna say maybe you had like a fur coat.
It was like a
style.
was
I'm like leather povo seat. You probably got Diamantes and stuff on yours. Probably can't remember it.
I don't know if they have those in limos.
Oh, that's good.
Fuck, I don't know, dude.
Okay, scrap that. I'm blue. Finish the sentence.
I remember them at the cinemas, though.
Oh,
Those booster seats.
right. Interesting.
Okay, carry
I'm
Carry on.
blue. Double D, double die.
Oh, yeah, big banger.
I'm blue. Double D, double die. That's the one. On tune. That was very good.
Michael 65.
What the hell? We just lost 20 subscribers. What the hell just Eiffel 65, yes, I Am Blue. That was the first cassette tape. So I talked about CDs, but that was my first cassette. So I'm not even that old. And I had a cassette, and that was the jam. I would come home after school. I've had a bad day at school. I've broken up with my 5th girlfriend for the day. Some of the boys stole me footballs at lunch. All right, it's a hard day. Come home, slot this cassette into my radio player, and I'm playing I'm Blue to get me through those hard
Oh,
times.
I'm blue.
Yeah. So yes, that recalls. You recall that, obviously.
Yep.
It's still a banger to this day. You
Yep.
can't not
Memory
play
lane.
that. And yep, everyone. Next one, which is probably going to be a close to your heart sort of subject. I'm almost certain you would. Collecting footy cards, yes or no?
Oh, big yes. I have so many footy cards.
I still
used to
have
get them
some.
as gifts a lot from my family.
Yeah. I remember going, Mum would get a Tats Lotto ticket or something, and I'd be like, "Oh, Mum, can you sling us $2?"
Yeah,
and I
the
can...
news agents at the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
that was-
have you done your chores? Yeah. I recall you didn't actually. Please, I'll do mine and my
bullshit,
sister's
Mum.
chores.
Bullshit. Please buy me some footy cards, Mum.
Please, Mum. Please. Please, give me footy cards. Yes, footy cards, collections,
Love
I'm
footy
blue,
cards.
CDs, cassettes, leather booster seats, which you didn't really know much about, which is a bit of a flop. And I don't know, do you have any more to hit me with, or where how's the clock work?
Slinkies.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
like-
Do you know what pops into mind as soon as you say slinkies? All right, how am I going to describe this? So it was like a bean bag, but it was full of liquid, and it had little, it
Yeah.
was like reversed, and you like
Yeah,
squeezed
you get
it
them
and
from
it popped out of
fucking
your
Time
hand.
Zone. Get your tickets. And you go,
Yeah, and it had little dolphins or whatever.
yeah, it's like a flashlight for a kid.
Peggy 18. R18 plus.
Explicit information.
Oh,
Yes, they were good.
Yes.
Even Time Zone and collecting tickets and shit was fun as.
Yes. That's any first date options. If I can't recommend going to Time Zone the best, it brings out your partner as well. If you're going to be with this person for a long time, take them to Time Zone. and
there's nothing
that
like-
will prring true character out.
There's nothing like getting them on the NASCARs and just fucking burying them. When you're a week. Just fucking bury them. And take it to the V-ball cage, bury him there.
I feel
And
like
it's-
that's something.
how love starts.
I feel like that's something you and me do as well. Like we just got that little bit of competitive in our blood. That
Oh, yeah.
let's do something cute together, and you have to smash.
Come out and fucking steam home on the B-ball or the sniper game. I'd just be shooting all the deers and shit.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Another toy, I don't know if this is too old for you, but there was some toy that we all had at school, and it was a it was like I can't remember what it's called, but it was a ball, and you'd squish it, and then it would be a disc.
Yeah, it was a frisbee. Yeah,
Do you know that thing?
Yeah.
And then in the air, it would pop up to a ball, so you
Yeah.
catch the ball.
that's elite.
Smash it down in the middle, and then you flick it, sort of like the
Oh.
vortexes and shit
Yeah.
when they whistle in the air.
Yeah.
They were jazz.
Oh, Vortex alone, mate. Those little buddy. Oh, you're
Now our
taking
only
me-
vortex is out of a fucking beer bottle.
Yeah, the vortex never disappears. That's taken me straight back to year 3. A lot of, mate, my
They were
mind's getting
tough.
flooded right now. How much sand did you cop in the eyes in year 3 when you were just starting to figure out which boys were men?
Boils my piss. Show you what boils your piss.
Okay, so this week, spoil my piss, shall we? Wow. I think I touched on this with you. I don't know 100% if you... are on the same page of this. You're asking a few questions when I ran it past you, but it's sort of a new one. I don't know. I think it's going to become more of a topic to most people as this is now brought to the surface, because this is what we actually do at the pub feed, which if you want to get on our socials, you can go on the linktree.com/thepubfeed. No, but in all seriousness, so yes, on Instagram, I spent a fair bit of time on Instagram, Showy. I've got a car page. I've got Neat Goo. I love my four-wheel drives. I love me outback adventures. So Neat Goo, which...
Gooey.
Yeah, Gooey. There's a lot of... I follow a fair few people, and influencers are starting to become an absolute saturation to the market. Am I one of them? Mm-hmm. Not yet. Would I be one of them? Possibly.
That sounded like the Grinch.
The Grinch.
Yeah.
That is my favourite movie of all time, just on a side note. Okay, influencers in general. So, influencers as a general do not boil my piss. They're all right. They've got to do what they got to do. They're getting free shit. They're winning, essentially, so you can't
Everyone
be mad.
wants to be one.
That's right. You can't be too mad because they're getting free shit. It is what it is. They're doing better than you in that realm. So, is what it is. What boils my piss, Showy, is the influencers that have to tag absolutely everything everywhere they go, Showy. I'm talking Coles Supermarket, Woolworths, Specsavers. Why do you need to tag supermarkets in your Instagram? I just bought 6 eggs. Thanks so much, Coles. Sponsor me. No. It boils my piss. And this is especially for the influencers that aren't actually influencers, but they want to be influencers. So they're just they're just shooting shots. They're just spraying and praying, shall we? They just want anything and everything to gravitate towards them. And I cannot believe that's an actual... I've seen someone tag Australia Post going, oh my God, thanks so much, Australia Post, for letting me send all my merch out. Message me if you want to link up. No, shall we?
Oh, no.
That's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Look, I'd agree. Yes, you did run this past me. Didn't boil my piss as much because I haven't seen it, but now I know what you're talking about when it's the... Yeah, thanks for the guys down at fucking Richie's Automotive for doing my car service, blah, blah, blah. You know, but they're trying to get attention to be an influencer as opposed to influencers going, hey, buy this fucking cushion, it's sick, it heats up on its own, it's microwavable. Yeah. You know, it's
where do I go?
iPhone charger in it.
Can you link me after the pod?
Yeah, well, I'm actually sitting on it at the moment. My ass is on fire.
I've seen people drive past like I'm not going to name names. I don't have any examples, but they'll drive past, say, a gym or something and be like, oh yeah, everyone's working hard, and tag them. They don't go to the gym, but they're tagging the gym because they've driven past it, and maybe they'll get something. Do you know what I mean, Showy? Am I on my own here? Am I alone?
No. Don't for a second think that you're doing this alone. I understand where you're coming from, and now it's going to piss me off because I'm going to see it now that you've mentioned it. Sort of like, I'm looking for a white Range Rover, and then you see white Range Rovers for the next 6 months.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing it to the surface.
Yeah, so now I'm going to message you every day going, oh, look at this fucking Jerry. However, I think influencing, it's a tough one. There's some that saturate it, like really, really bad, and you know they've got the coupon codes and stuff. But a lot of podcasts have the Manscaped actually coupon code.
Yes,
do we have to at them? Is this whole your bit?
So
atting them?
Leading into our next.
First of all, thanks JB Hi-Fi for the microphone tonight. I could do it too. No, I do think it's a bit overrated, that sort of shit. But everyone wants to do YouTube or influencing growing up, like 13-year-olds and shit. There's like a full influx now that's everyone's dream job, which is interesting. However, speaking of overrated, Keno, the problem is at the moment is we're a couple of weeks ahead of time, so this is going to hit at a time where people are over it until we catch up. Or until we, no, not catch up. We reverse catch up. I don't know. Until we go back.
Reverse.
Because we're planning ahead.
We're very, very organised at the pub feed.
Now. Listen here.
Listening.
I don't know your opinion on this.
Ooh.
Have you ever watched Friends before, the show?
Friends. Yes, I know every GIF on the planet consists of some sort of Friends reference, and every... Take it away.
Keno, this is the most overrated TV show ever to grace this earth. Not saying it's a bad one.
No, clarification.
This show is so overrated. Like, I reckon I probably give it a 9.5 out of 10.
So it's still up there.
It's because Jennifer Aniston gets 9.4.
Carrying the team on that. Yeah, well played.
But I've watched it.
Very
It
cool.
is a funny show, and I think it's cool, and like it's nice. It's a nice show.
Yep.
People talk about it, and they're almost a cult that's not a cult. If this was last week,
Oh, for
I
sure.
saw the Friends reunion come out this week. I haven't watched it, but I've seen some of the snippets, and they're all sitting around a table reminiscing, blah, blah, and everyone's losing over Friends. And I'm sorry if you like Friends, but it's overrated as fuck.
Yep.
And I have nothing else more to say on it except all week my feed was ruined with it. I even copped the fucking Zuckerberg's ads. Thinking I was gonna watch it. Yeah, fooled ya, champ. Fooled ya.
Fuck.
Yeah, Zucker fuck. I said, I've just got out of jail, and you want to fucking put Friends in my face? No. Overrated. Move on. That's all I'm going to say.
Zuckerfuck. He is such a cheeky little monkey. I'll tell you right now.
Sly donkey.
We have touched on this before, so we do recommend watching the episodes from 1 through. Is it chronological order? Is that or numerological order? What's the correct term, shall we? You're
Chronological.
smart. Chronological. Start from episode 1, work your way up. And we don't tend to do things in order, shall we? But it does help in referencing as such as this. Zuckerfucky bleeds into our Facebook, so we touched on this as we touched on in some of the other episodes. And I've noticed that most of these ads are shit. Boring. Bad. Not really that great. So you sit down in your year 9 English class or whatever it is and they go, what did the artist actually mean when they put the milk in this shot on a 90-degree angle? He meant, look at the milk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If it's boring, it's art, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there might be a whole lot of doodads going on all these arts, but quite frankly, Shelby, I think they're quite rubbish. And where's the fun in ads? I think ads are shit, and I want it to change, and I think I've got ideas to make that happen.
Okay.
So, little things like, okay, you got a car commercial. I've seen pretty good ones. Car commercials. They're very family orientated, whatever. Sort of take them off the map. There's a lot of underwear commercials happening at the moment. We did talk about Manscaped, which is the male grooming. I have the product myself, and I did not buy it through the ads though, but I have seen the ad.
Use our coupon code now. Yes. Keno, 15%.
Pubfeed 10. No, it's funny. So Manscaped is purely for male grooming, I believe. I don't know if it's purely, but this is what I'm gathering as a collective. The ads start off with a supermodel wearing barely swimsuit and opening up the box saying, shave your balls. Advertisement, okay? Audience.
Okay.
All
So
over
we're
it.
saying that's a tick?
Well, yeah,
a tick.
that's, I mean,
Okay.
just sort of, I feel like you're doing the right thing is there because you're sort of being, you're a bit of exciting, whatever. But I just, I haven't got a good example for you, Shelly, but I think generically ads are boring and shit. And I think they can do better. So I'm going to come back to this topic. And I want to hear back from some of the people that if they can get back to us, like you said earlier, we're a little bit ahead. But if I can get some feedback on some ads that you think is shit or some things that you think you'd better, I want to explore on that show, and I want to dive into the world of advertisement and making it fun. Thank you.
Brilliant. And now we go to our sponsor, Manscaped. Yes. So are you talking about TV ads or Facebook ads?
Across
Or
the
all
board,
ads?
TV ads definitely the number one. I'm the one that sits at home and I'll be on the couch with everyone, and the movie or whatever will be stopped, or the TV show, and we'll be running through these ads. And for the 5 minutes that there is ads, I'll just be running my mouth the whole time going, fake, boring, that's shit. Have some more fun with it. Going, fucking shut up, Dylan. Sorry, I'm just saying.
All right, send him some ads.
Send me through some ads. I will assess it. We're going to have better and greater ads. Let's go.
So there's old ads, there's new ads, and there's old folk and there's new folk. Jeez, I've had too many beers for this podcast, I reckon. So, Keno, we've spoken about Facebook. We've actually spoken about Facebook a lot for this podcast.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because we use it a lot.
Yes.
But you always... I find Facebook now, you've got like mums and grandmas and aunties and stuff on board.
Everyone's
I'm
on.
finding also on public posts that they're also getting a bit too opinionated.
Okay.
Right? Not saying their opinion is wrong, but I'm finding there's always, Julie, 60 years old. She's got fucking, her display picture is a vase with flowers in it or something. You
Or
know
a
what
dog,
I mean?
a pet dog.
And she's posted on the COVID vaccine news.com article like, and she's like opinionated as shit.
Yeah.
I had a run-in with someone today who actually had flowers as her
Real life example.
Her name was
Profile
Terry.
pic.
Terry, if you ever come
Terry!
across this. So if anyone wants to look
Tez.
this up, you can actually go and find it on the afl.com.au Facebook page.
Yep.
The Dreamtime game, me versus you this week, is actually being moved to Perth, right? But we've had an out. Toby Nankervis has injured himself, and there was an article saying, to add to Richmond's injury woes, Nankervis is out for blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Terry's come through, which I thought was a bloke to start with too.
Yeah.
Terry turns out to be about 65-year-old woman who's
hell.
hanging out. I didn't know, right? But she's come in and she's gone, the Bombers have had injuries all year, and same with St Kilda, and you don't hear them complaining, right? And all I wrote back to her, I said, mind you, her name was Terry, and I've gone real smart ass here. Yeah. So I just said, I added her.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't think Richmond wrote this article, Tez. Right? It was about 10 a.m. and I thought it was quite fucking funny and snarky. Because she's saying we're complaining. We're not. Fucking Joe Blow from AFL has had to put out some content for the day.
Yeah, that's right.
And I came back a couple of hours later, and my comment had a third of the likes of the entire AFL's post.
Oh my God.
She had 5 likes, and
That's
I've
a feel good.
skyrocketed on my comment, and I sent it to a few of the boys, and
Blasted.
I was like, they've absolutely got around it. And one of my other mates, Craig, has gone, come on, ease up, Tezza.
Yeah.
Everyone started calling it Tezza.
That is brilliant.
So I just thought when I went in
Pretty
that
harmless.
I'm like, fuck, I see this often now too. And I'm going to have to sit down with Mum and have a quick chat because I've seen her on it pop up a few times, giving her opinion on stuff at the moment. I feel like, Mum, you're going to get trolled by the young smartasses.
Dangerous
I'm doing
space.
it for you, not for me. Protect your pretty little heart.
Yes.
But,
Yep.
Tezza, thanks for... No. If you ever hear this, Tezza, sorry about that, but we weren't complaining. It was old Joe Blow from AFL.
Yeah. That's pretty harmless, though. That's a pretty safe one there. I don't think you tore shreds.
No, I'm glad I didn't go... I'm glad I didn't
tilt.
go hard because I actually thought it was a bloke. It was like
So how'd you
Terry
find...
Carter or Terry something rather.
How did you find out that it wasn't a bloke?
Because I clicked on the
bit of
flowers of the
investigating.
photo, and then I went across, and
right,
she
yeah.
looked like
Made it pretty obvious.
there's an old cooking show called The Two Fat Ladies.
Nope.
It was on Foxtel, right? It's two big. I think they were sisters or twin sisters, right? I might be
Foxtel,
watching.
yeah. I think...
And she looked like one of them.
Right.
And I was like, whoopsies.
We'll put a photo up.
Tez.
We'll put a photo up that of on the YouTube. So if you want to see the visuals of that, make sure you jump on our YouTube, the pub feed as the username. We don't have a URL because we're having a bit of a what's the word? Debacle.
Yeah, you always say debacle.
Yeah, I don't know where is that the Pablo effect.
Debacle.
What is that? What is that?
Debacle, baby.
Debacle. We're having debacle in a fight with YouTube at the moment. They're not letting us in.
Took the Hot Wheels cars, I believe.
It's
They're
funny you
incentive.
say about Tez on the Facebook chat because I thought your approach on that was going to be, again, talking about the, let's say, 40 to 60 age space on Facebook. And you can't get away with posting a photo or a status without a, hey, Dill, this was really funny. I thought this was great. Just wanted to say love from the family. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. Did you get our mail? We sent you a letter last week. Love whoever. XOX as a comment.
As the comment.
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant. I love it. It's so good. I actually
they're
want to
cute,
start
aren't
doing
they?
it. Yeah, it's the best thing
They're
ever.
all so cute. But yeah, a lot of them are just too many opinions now. They're playing a young man's game.
Yeah, it's
Or young people's game, I should say.
people's
Young people's game.
a lot of people on the
So
internet with a
I've-
lot of spare time.
Yes, I don't think they know how dark some of that shit can go real quick. Some snarky people out there.
Oh, yes.
So, Tez, you need to improve.
Yep.
She's a cult that's not a cult. And you wanted to touch, spoke to me about this on the phone, on our audio voice call yesterday.
Yes.
about You were a bit shitty with Spotify. Much like your ad improvements, you wanted to improve Spotify.
Yeah, so the pub feed is a platform where our community come in, shall we, and we dig up the big debates. We dig up the really important underlying issues and we tackle them head on. We're not shy to go through these. And Spotify, I know you don't want to hear this, and I'm not going to lie, you're a fantastic platform, all right? You're doing the right thing. You're making money for your artists and yourself. You're doing the hard yards. You're doing what you got to do. You're very smart. I want to know why your smarticalness has ended where it's ended. And shall we, I listen to my music in the car 99% of the time. If I'm listening to music, I'll be in the car.
Okay.
The phone obviously is Bluetooth connected to the headset. We're driving, pumping tunes, whatever. On my car in particular, I don't have like an Apple Play or whatever it is that you can interact with your phone, whatever. I've got a separate head unit, blah, blah, blah. If I'm listening to music and my phone is closed, and I love listening to the release radar, whatever, new songs, I'm always looking for new stuff.
Yep, every Friday, bang.
Every Friday, if I'm listening to stuff and a new song comes, I have to unlock my phone, which is a 4-digit password, go into the Spotify app and hit the love heart just to like a song. And it's not good enough, Spotify. Why not? Okay, so you got pause, rewind, and skip, and sometimes you even got 15-second forward and backs or whatever on your home screen as the generic control on your home screen. Why is there not a like button on the home screen of Spotify?
You know what?
You are Spotify,
You know,
by the way.
I've known you for a long time, Mr. Keno, and there's not many times that I do get speechless with this big mouth of mine. And I actually don't have an answer. And I think that is a great topic for discussion.
Thanks, mate.
I reckon their only rebuttal to you would be, it's a lock screen. You're not meant to do everything from the lock screen because it's meant to be locked and less features. However, if you're going to say stop, start, forward, back, you may as well say fucking like.
My point exactly, mate.
That could almost be a great debate, and I know it's not, but that's an improvement. I like this widget improvement more than your ad improvements, personally. I think you can pick holes in a lot of our leading apps over the coming weeks. But
Well,
I
let me say
agree,
this.
that would be good.
Yeah, well, let me say this, Joey. As the pub feed, we're going to actually pursue this. I'm going to take action. We're going to email Spotify tonight, and we're going to follow this back up on one of our next episodes whenever they get back to us. And we're going to ask the hard questions because they're hard to swallow pills. Spotify don't want us to find these flaws. Or maybe they do. I don't know. There's only one way to find it.
Just tell them just to feature on the homepage would be
Can't be that
fine.
hard. Yes, thanks. Thank you for coming. Yep.
Touching on the back of that, great debate, please. Roll the intro.
The great debate.
Bang. Woohoo. The great
All right, what do you got for me this week, Cheech? You're 3 from 3. You're 3 from 3. Just no pressure. You are 3 from 3.
I've absolutely saturated the podcast, the podcast Just went American then. I've saturated the podcast this week, but I've just got so much info for you, and I'm really, really keen to hear your input on this because what we do is purposely avoid these questions because we want to hear the raw answers, the raw idea of what you're going to say. Shall we? The great debate this week, really hard-hitting topic. It's going to upset a lot of people across the nation and, in fact, probably global. Tomato sauce, barbecue sauce, I don't care what sauce you're talking. Does it belong in the fridge or the freezer or the cupboard? Hit me.
Fridge, baby.
Oh,
It's the fridge.
Fridge and why?
It's the fridge. And why? Yeah. Because I like it cold. Why?
This is good because I've got some absolute... I'm going to throw something at you.
I don't like room temperature sauce.
Okay.
I don't dislike it, but I prefer it to be cold just as a texture change as I'm eating. So massive example.
Yes.
I love biting into a hot meat pie with cold sauce on it. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Can't argue with
Don't want warm sauce on a hot pot because the sauce works with you to try and not burn your tongue. I do it every time. I burn it anyway.
The sauce works with you to not burn you. Listen here, Shelby. We're going to go through this together.
So hot chips as well. Dip it in cold sauce. Fucking banger.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I put that in the fridge. Same with chocolate. I put that in the fridge too.
Wow. Okay. That's a big turn of events. Chocolate in the fridge.
Yeah. Like grabbing a Tim Tam out of the fridge is just a fucking... It's mate. It's beautiful.
So if you don't have any Tim Tams in the fridge, do you just grab the nearest rock and bite into a rock too for a snack? Or
well, if it was covered in chocolate, probably.
Sauce in the fridge. I can see your points. Very valid. I do agree. I will.
So you're setting this up to be the other side of the coin, eh?
I will prioritize cold sauce for a hot meat pie. I'm with you in that one.
Yes.
But
it's because you don't have electricity in the fucking country. That's why. You're bringing this on me. You're using it on me.
You're unbelievable. Okay, so let me paint the scene. This actually became an issue for me the other day. The sauce was in the fridge for some reason. Yep.
Ooh.
And it normally lives in the pantry. That's just, I'll put that out there. I've gone to put it on, what was it? I think it was a meat pie, to be honest with you, from the local bakery, and go to put the sauce on. Because it was in the fridge and there was some remains from the last usage of the sauce, it actually created a hard blockage in the bottom of the cap because it was cold, right? It wasn't smooth flowing sauce. So I've gone to squirt something on my meat pie.
Yes. Right angles.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Be careful. It's a man's game in the fucking fridge.
It's not easy, and it created a mess because I had to use excessive force, which turned into excessive output of tomato sauce, and it did not just obliterate my pie, it obliterated my partner's clothing as well. Not mine.
You wait also, Keno, until if you don't clean that top bit and you choose to play the pressure game, sometimes it can unclog mid-squeeze and then you get the fucking influx as well. So sometimes you can just get away with it and squeeze it and it just squeezes out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll pop halfway.
Yeah.
But
and
I'm telling you, there's no finesse like just a nice cold sauce on a hot dish. All right, Keno, you've made it this far. 4th episode down, mate.
Yes.
Well done. I actually had 4 beers during the podcast, so I need to go to bed.
Yes.
So,
calling it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, who actually does it?
Who actually does it? That's another segment we need to pull back. Quick smart. That's a good one.
Yeah, we do have to pull that back. However, dream time this week, mate. So just before we leave, Richmond versus Dons over in Perth. Do we want to make a bet on the pod for? I'm not sure what punishment we'll have on the podcast.
I thought about this. I think we can do a visual.
Really?
A visual. I think a visual maybe not a snorkel. I don't think I actually have a snorkel in my house. That would be embarrassing. But if we do a visual, so I don't know, maybe I can buy you a silly hat off Wish or something, like a cock that goes on your head or something that you have to wear for the whole pod or something like that.
Well, funny you say that. I've actually got one in my wardrobe. So let me wear that next week. It's got an Essendon Guernsey on it.
Oh, you bloody
Bang!
Banksy.
Bang! Bangsky! How about the loser has to wear the opposition's polo or Guernsey or something for a whole pod? So I will post you a Richmond something to wear, or you post me an Essendon something.
I feel a bit cornered here because I kind of feel I'm going to end up with it because being the Dons, I'm a little bit
You've got
skeptical.
your tail up though.
Yeah,
We're equal on wins, I'm pretty sure.
I know, but I don't know if we're matched. Like, we're playing well, don't get me wrong, but if out of all games, I've backed Bombers every week.
Trajectory to the premiership. Dons are back. The blueprint. Fuck, I'm sick. We're burying pricks.
Sick.
I've had a gut full of Essendon are up there with the worst pricks when they're humming because they've actually done nothing. And I don't want to steer away. I don't want to steer away the Essendon.
So welcome to the Richmond vs Dons podcast, where we...
It'd be interesting if Richmond get done and people go, ha, fuck you, enjoy. From an Essendon fan, I'm like, yeah, fair play, fellas.
Yeah, fair play.
I'll be tuning in.
Well, I think we've got no choice but to go for the home teams. So
How about this?
Okay.
The loser has to provide the 6-pack of beers to the other person for the next podcast. You have to Uber Eats it. Ooh. So if it was you, I would get your local Uber Eats from around the corner, which I know where.
Do I have that? I don't even know if I have.
Yeah, you would. So I would put it in my app.
Yep.
Or I'll just transfer you $20.
Yeah.
$20.
That's it.
So
not bad. That's not
next pod we're drinking, the other person's paid for it.
That's interesting. That's cheeky.
Happy?
Yeah, I guess we. I mean, I'm not on the field, so it's hard.
Yeah, I'm in the pocket, so I should be fine.
Yeah. All right, I guess we got some excitement on the podcast.
All right, so we're confirm it. Bang.
All right,
done.
let's virtual handshake. Dons,
all right,
I need you to pull through this week. But thank you so much, everyone that's listened to the podcast.
Dustin Martin. Linktree.com/the pub feed.
Jump on board.
Thank you, Keno.
We want you
Can't
to
wait
jump
to
in the
see you
community.
again.
Oh, I cannot wait. Next Monday, we'll be dropping every Monday. Make sure you check out Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube,